It's been asked of me if I could do a comparison between an EM24 Earth Pit and an EM16 Earth Pit. And I'm also going to do a DPS test at the same time. Maybe I'll let them get killed off to see how many hit points they have too. So that's the purpose of this video here. Now, it may not be totally accurate because I did put a really good damage delay weapon on the Earth Pit, and even though they don't take advantage of it, I'm not sure if they take advantage of the damage delay on it. So he might do slightly more damage. You can see this is a monk hand-to-hand weapon. It's very fast. Level 100. On his other hand, he has this weapon. I think it's this one. It's either this one, summoned rage sword. It holds aggro a little better, or else it's the fire one of these two. They're basically about the same damage delay. If you see a lot of fire procs going off, then you know it's the other one. He has, in addition to that, a full set of castaway armor. I got what I could and I just kept dumping it on him. He has the focus items in addition to that, and the focus items we're talking about are up here. Grand Calyx heirlooms. He can, I think he can take 3 pieces of that. So he got 3 of those items here. I'll show you what they look like. And just give you an idea what he's using. And he has this guy here. I believe this one. He can only take, for some reason, one of the bracelets here. Let's see here. Oh. And this one here. So you can see what he's using. These are okay weapons. I mean, okay focus items here. And you know, they give him mana regen, some hit point regen. Not a big deal, but the jewelry, everything does help. It gives some stats on him. So for some reason he wasn't able to take these two here, the choker and the shawl right there. So what we're going to do here in this experiment, the first experiment, over here I have the enchanter just in case we need him. We're going to go ahead and we're going to send this straight up and have the pet take him on one-on-one. We're going to get an idea of what kind of damage he does. And then after that, we will have a EM16 pet summon. We'll let him die off. EM16 pet summon and see what the difference is, and we'll compare them in game parts just so you guys know what the difference between an EM24 pet is. And the way you can tell is we have an item here, the golden sage earring, and this is what it's all about. This says EM24, meaning if you click on him, he's an even con to you. I don't have anything fancy. He just has the regular buffs on him like this. This may take a while. In reality, I may want to just blast him and kill him. Otherwise, we're going to be here. The Earth Pet does not do a whole lot of DPS. It may take a while because this guy here has about 3.7 million hit points. These pets, I think they average around 30, I don't know, 20, 30,000 DPS per second. So this could be a lengthy fight. So I guess the best way to do it is to just let's just do a comparison, and we'll get some damage per second figures. So we have our merc set to reactive, and I can go ahead and bring some swarm pets up. We're gonna make sure we kill this guy off, because I think if you don't kill him, it doesn't show up in the log file, and that's important for us. Okay, so let's just send him in right away and see what happens. And we'll just keep him alive as necessary. Let's see what he can do. I know it's going to take forever. See, he's only 2%. And this guy here, see, our merc is keeping him alive. Yeah. Could give him a helping hand if necessary. And the fight is on 94%. It's going to take a while without nukes here, but we want to get enough data so that we can get a good look. We don't want to have too much burst damage. Just want to see what happens here. I'm going to go ahead and hit him with a nuke. Let's just get this going. We just want to compare what the difference is. I would really like to see how many hit points he has total. That would be good to see. In fact, I think I know what I can do that. Let's back him up a little bit to about here. Let's go ahead and help nuke a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and root him with Enchanter. And this way we can put a dot on him and help this out. Make this go a little faster. You'll see later on with game parts, we'll see what the actual damage figures are. So about like this. Yeah, let's just go ahead and take him down. And root as necessary. This will go faster this way. And he's at about 50% or so. And root is holding very, very nicely. And of course with the healer merc, hardly using any mana, our guy will be okay. What we can do is pull him back and just kill him off with the dot. Almost. Okay, let's send the pet back. Hey, hey, hey. Okay, you have a death wish. You don't want to. Yeah, 5%. Come on. Get back. The thing really loves to kill him. Who's this guy here? Come on, don't mess with our test here. Okay, Nerdist killed him. Okay. So, one down. And what we're going to do is we're going to switch over to game parts to see what we've got. Okay. And there it is. Okay, so we have one here. Of course, 3.8 million. And what you want to look at here is the DPS of Gabon. He's the pet here. And his scale DPS is about 8,000 DPS here. The damage to him was about 101.48 million right here. Now, what we don't know is how many total hit points it is, but this is just interesting to see. Keep this number in mind, 8,000 DPS right there. 954 hits. Max hit was only for about 5,000. And didn't do a lot of DPS, but can tank pretty well. Now, I would like to... Jeez, what are these guys doing here? I would like to send the pet up and just have him get killed. Hopefully that'll tell us what the hit points are on this pet. So let's bring him up to another area. And we can bring him here and he'll get killed here. Now what we're going to do over here is we're going to go ahead and let the pet get killed on him, and then we're going to find another neglected citizen to test out the EM16 on it. So we're going to just use this guy as a kill machine. So first things first is I want to make sure that I can actually root him or mez him when the pet breaks free. So what we're going to do here is send the pet to the death, and hopefully it will show up in the log. I don't know if it shows up for partial fights or not, but we got to get rid of him anyway because we got to summon a lower pet, so it's worth a try. So here we go. Let's send him in. And waiting over there with Enchanter. And look at this. Oh, wait, let's set this on passive. There. Set it on passive. No healing for you. And he's going to go down pretty quick. So this gives you a good idea as to how many hit points he has. Our Merc isn't doing any healing. He's going down really, really, really fast. 46%, 37. Look at that. That is fast, but not as fast as a tank Merc. So he's holding up a little bit better. 10%. Gonna fire that mez. Yep, there it is. Firing the mez. And I got him. Okay, so now we're gonna blur him. So we did take a couple hits from this. And let's take a look and see if there's any DPS. Let's see. No, it doesn't show what happened here. That's the problem. It won't show what kind of DPS was on him. This is just a prior fight. So we can't tell how to find out what the prior fight did. So let's do this. Let's load an EM16 pet and we'll show you the difference. So this is a chitin stud. This thing does enhanced minion 16. Let's equip that instead of the golden sage earring. And time to bring up a pet. We're going to bring the same pet just with the same weapons. Okay, there he goes. And we're going to put the same buffs on him that we would normally do. So here we go. Let me see here. Let's bring this up to heal him and buff him as normal. We're going to buff him with the normal things he had before. And those buffs are burnout. All he had is burnout and the fire shield. That's all he's going to get. And we're going to test him on a white con pet. So it'll be an accurate test. He's got this, and he had regular cleric buffs. Let's get, oh yeah, the fire shield. One more thing here. Add this one. And we're going to put the focus items and weapons on him. So here we go. We're going to give him these two. You may notice he's a blue con now. Oh, there's the wrong weapon, sorry. We had actually given him fire shield. Let's do that again. I mean the fire weapons. Okay, a little bit of lag. We got that. So now it's time to feed him some focus items. These do help. Wow, look at that big train going by. The army there. Wherever they went. Off to somewhere. So we're going to give him these. And he got that. Let's see, what else can he take? Can he take this? Nope, he can't take that. How about this? Nope, he can't take that. So he's only able to take a few focus items, so we're done with that. And you can see they're done with the weapons here. So he's just a basic EM16 pet here. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and assist him in killing another white con neglected citizen. It would not be right to do it to a yellow con because the hits will come out differently. So let's go down here. I believe this guy is a neglected citizen. He's a white con. So it should be the same deal. We'll bring our enchanter along to go ahead and help if necessary. But this should be a straight up kill right here. This will be the second one. What we're going to do is, as you see here, our pet needs to get burnout. He's going to get burnout on him. And we're going to put the fire shield on him. And we're going to keep him alive and let him live. He also has this aura here. Arcane Disselect. He has that. Let's get this fire shield up on him. And you're going to see the difference here between the two pets. It's going to be a lot harder keeping this guy alive. We're going to let him go a little bit and then we're going to kill this guy off. We're going to use a little help to get this guy killed. Okay, let's check to make sure it's safe around here. It is, so send him in. There we go. And we're just going to go ahead. Might as well root him like this. Get enchanter to root him and then help out a little with the dots. It's going to take a while here. Get this guy. Yeah. As you can see, the healer merc is having no problem keeping him alive. I mean, keeping our merc alive. There. And he's using fire damage, so he's not getting any boost from Tosh. Okay, the root's going off. We keep him rooted, just in case we don't want him to come through. And there we go. Oh, he summoned an enchanter. That's not good. Okay, so that means we're taking a little too much damage there. So we will go ahead and put some more damage on this side. Go. The dot's wearing off, so we should have them done in a moment. There we go. Come on. Still loves enchanter. Still loves it. Almost dead. You can see the healer mercs using a little more mana. Still the same result. We're gonna win this. And it's basically just so you get an idea of what kind of DPS the pet does. Almost. There we go. Should do. Not yet. Almost. Okay, there you go. So that one is down. And the funny thing is, enchanter got the experience. Here we go. Okay, with the second neglected citizen, they killed off our pet. This is interesting. So this is the first fight we had. Remember this? The second one, where this one was, if we go here, you'll see this one. He did. We only use him for a little while, but what you may want to look at that's quite interesting, look at the amount of damage that the neglected citizen did to him. And we didn't have healing on at that time at all. We just went to kill the pet off. This mage pet apparently has 300,000 damage on it. Roughly about 300,000 hit points. This is a lot, you know, when you consider the merc only having about 140, 150,000. Let me check on the other one. Right now I'm just checking the tank merc. Nerdus's tank merc only has 152,000 hit points. The earth pet has 300,000 hit points on it. And as other people have probably noticed, it's easier to keep these guys alive than keeping your tank merc alive. I noticed the hit point bar goes down very, very fast. Now let's look at the very last one here. This is one where we kept him alive. Still did 791 damage because he stayed alive. But you can see here the DPS. Let's look at, let's see, what is the character's name? It should be Gabam, I believe it is. Okay, let's take a look. Yeah, Gabam. So Gabam's DPS without the EM24, look at this. It's only 6,000 right here and 6,000 scale. Take a look at the first fight. 8,000. Isn't that something? That's over a 33% increase just by that one item that you get for your pet. So if you get that EM24 item and put the golden sage earring and put it on and summon a pet, and I mean, you're going to get DPS. It's about 30 to 33% higher. Now keep in mind, the first pet does have castaway armor on it, which does help a lot. It also has that monk weapon where I forgot what the damage delay is, but it's a level 100 item. So if the damage delay does kick in, then what you're getting is you're getting this kind of DPS with that. This is just standard DPS right here. So it does really pay to put the armor on it, get the EM24, and get all this, and you will be doing about 30 to 33% more damage, just like that. That's just incredible. And you can just imagine what the amount of hit points this character has. We can always test it out. This is 300,000 hit points, that's just really, really good. That's crazy. Let's go back and see if we can, if the other guy is up. We can kill off the other guy. This guy is yellow. Don't want to. He's not a good test subject. We can go back and hopefully it'll show. Oh, there he is. Hopefully it'll show up, and we can do that. Just bringing the enchanter along here. We know for sure. So let's see. Let's bring him over here. And what we're gonna do in this test, since we don't need him anyway, is we're gonna go ahead and let him get killed. And we may need to kill one more mob after this for it to show up on the list here. So what we will do is we will send him to his death. Once again, we're using level 105 White Con mobs just to be fair to this. So here we go. Go pet. Send him to his death. And we will go ahead and oh, the damage health bar is going. Oh, wait a second. Ay. Okay, this is not good. Hang on a second. Let's do this test over. Okay, we're gonna do this over. That was bad actually. Okay, so have to keep the pet on reactive here. I mean on passive. So that's a shame. It kind of messed up. Let's check. Okay, number 4 isn't in there yet, so it'll probably show. Okay, it's going to show up the same. He just healed him once. You get a ballpark idea. So let's go ahead and let's see. Where do we have eradicate magic? I don't know if we have that. Should have that somewhere. And he'll just break out of this. Actually, in 47 seconds, we'll let it start up again. Yeah, he's unable to wake him up. Okay, I'll just hit him with a little nuke and see what happens. Okay, here we go. Let's see. We'll use Enchanter to mez him once he breaks out of this. Okay, here we go. Let's see how many hit points our pet has. What is the difference between EM24 pet and an EM16 pet? How many hit points? How many do you have? Surprisingly, he's holding up all right. Wow. It would be funny if they had the same amount. Okay, getting close. Getting ready to pop that mez. Okay, I got him. He's mezzed. And let me see if it shows up. Still doesn't show up. Okay, it's possible. Nerdist may have to actually kill this guy here for us to find out. Let's go ahead and blur him real quick. Well, we'll go kill another one and then we'll find out. Because once you kill one, then it shows up in the log. So let's do this. Let's form a group. Go just kill another one so we can get through this here. And kill a different one here. Go kill the yellow one. Okay, we're gonna go. I know where we'll kill the yellow one up there. If we kill this guy, it may. I don't know if it's gonna mess up the totals. So we'll go and kill one up here. A totally different kind of citizen. That way we won't get mixed up. And I know of a real easy one you can kill. He's actually in here. This one here is pretty easy to kill. So we're going to take him down and get him a kill. Let's see here. I mean, main tank. Okay, so let's go ahead and start with a mez first. And just prepare him. Okay. And one thing that really makes a big difference is putting the slow on him. I've done a couple of tests to determine how much damage they do with and without slow. And without slow, they do significant more damage. Really, really significant. I'm going to move over here so that it's a better place to fight. Okay, so here we go. Let's send in the pet. Send in everybody, tank merc and all that. And it shouldn't be too hard to burn this guy here. With this tank merc, these tank mercs don't have as many hit points, but one thing they are really good at doing is they're really good at holding aggro. They can do a fantastic job. They do a way better job of it than the EVERQUEST. Even though the EVERQUEST has tons of hit points. It's just amazing that it's a big surprise to me that they have that many. Let's send this up here. Whoop. Send some pets at him like this. 82 in the aggro meter. There we go, he's going down. And tank merc has no problem tanking him. And the healer merc can keep him alive. Piece of cake. We have two little pets going after him. And once he's dead, we should be able to see it in the log. In the Gampar's log. Take another hit too. Good. Chanter's still on the hate list. Okay, he's gonna go down, going down. Come on. Okay, there we go. That should seal it. Okay, let's take a look now. Okay, now we have there. This is the other one where we let him die. Okay, so there you go. Look at this. Look at the difference between the amount of damage taken by the pet. Okay, let's take the first one where we did it. This is the death run. With the EM24, he has 300,000 hit points. With an EM16, he only has 251,000 hit points. That's amazing right there. That is a huge, huge, huge difference. And if you look at the DPS, 8,200 down here, 5,700. So take a look at those numbers there. 8,200, 5,700. Oh, 5,700. Scaled is 5,300. They're pretty close to the same. So you can get an idea. So it's about over 8,000, over 5,000. Hit points 241. Hit points 300,000. Keep in mind he had a full castaway armor set and that really good monk weapon. So it could have made a difference. But you know, for the difference to be this dramatic, it can't just be the armor that's making that big of a difference. So there you go. Take a look at that. So the moral of the story is it really helps to have the EM24. It makes that big of a difference. That's why I say it's a total game changer. If it's something you're going to buy, if there's one thing you're going to buy for your mage, that's the one you want to buy. You want to buy that. And it may cost you a little bit, but heck, you know, the way, I mean, would you rather have 300,000 hit points and 300,000 hit points and around 8,000 DPS, or would you rather have 5,300 DPS and 241,000 hit points? You know, it's such a big thing. Every time you cast a pet, you're going to get something, the top one. Let's take a look at this guy here. Let's look at the difference in hit points. Okay, what I want to show you, this I noticed earlier. This guy was a yellow con, the Impatient Wanderer. He has 3.69 million hit points. The white con has 3.76 million hit points. So they basically have about the same amount of hit points. Just one is yellow and one is white. One gives a lot more experience, and one than the other one. Of course, this one has a higher, damage and block and all that. So what's notable about this is you see here's one that has 3.8 million, and it's even more than this here. So in general, I mean, there's little fluctuations in the hit points, but they're basically about the same hit points. So if you can fight yellows, I mean, everybody knew this all along, but if you can fight a yellow con mob or a white con mob, you should fight the yellow one at all costs, because it's not that much harder than the white con mob here. Look at this. The hit points are the same. Maybe some slight differences, but the amount of mana you're using is probably the same. Look at the time in the fight. We can look at well, the DPS things, you'd have to go and look a little deeper into the charts here. But that's just something you should know. So if you see neglected citizens, fight the yellow one, because it's almost the same as the white one, and you're going to get more experience. I don't know how much more experience you're going to get, but it's well worth it. Now, when it comes to the red one, that may not be efficient because you may be burning too much mana, but always go for those yellow ones. Now, in some cases, I've seen the hulking relife. That guy, you don't want to fight him because he has somewhere like 6 million hit points, and he's also in this zone. So there's other yellows that are the same level as this, and as a yellow, he's got 6 million hit points. That's a waste of mana, and you're going to dump all your mana and everything, and it's not worth fighting him at all. So what you want to do is find out these things. That's one nice thing about Gampars, is it allows you to find out what the hit point totals are on the mobs, what you're doing. You get a general ballpark figure. It's not perfectly accurate, but it's good enough. You can tell which mobs have 5 million hit points, which have 4, and which have 3.7. And if they're all yellows, you should be fighting the ones that are the easiest. So you should be fighting these impatient wanderers that are yellow, rather than fighting hulking relife, who's also yellow, because you know why. It's very obvious. Anyway, so that's another good use for this program, and that I would like to point out. So back to this, and here we are. So that's basically it, guys. So I wanted you to see that, and I hope this is all helpful to you. It's sure an eye-opener to me to see the difference in the amount of hit points and the DPS. And as expected, the Earth Pets do not do a lot of DPS. Don't expect a lot, but we're at 300,000 hit points. Those suckers can tank. Look at the average Merc. This is my healer Merc. A tank Merc would have a few more hit points, but it's still, it's only 100 and something thousand. It's just almost nothing compared. It's like half of what your Earth Pet would have. Much easier to keep them alive. Okay, thanks for watching, guys. And if you have any comments or questions, please feel free to leave them. Thank you.